Welcome back to Modern Survivability. Think fast, think accurate. On today's video, we're going to be discussing the ultralight first aid kit that I keep in my get home bag. Let's check it out. First and foremost, it comes in a decent waterproof bag. Let's go ahead and open that up. Let's see what's inside. So when you open it up, it's in another, get it out here. It is in another waterproof bag. Alright, now let's go over the contents of this. Okay, now let's discuss the contents. First and foremost, the inner bag itself is waterproof. Alright, the next biggest thing that we have in there, we've got a couple things actually. We have some moleskin, which is good for those blisters and preventing blisters, or if you already have them. Have a couple of these large bandages. These are actually 3x4s. They came with it. I added a couple of extra ones in there myself. So I've actually taken this kit from the way I bought it and tailored it to myself. Now it's not super extensive, but it's just enough for me whenever, for instance, just like the get home bag, or for a simple day hike by myself or something like that. This is all I need. It really just is kind of an overkill, but it does have quite a few things in there. So let's continue on. Have a roll of gauze. This, like I said, this comes with it, but I have another one that goes in it that's similar size. Next on the list, things we have in here, got to have some tape. You got gauze, tape. And for all the things that came in here, if it did not come in the kit, I'll point it out. This came in the kit. Next thing that came in the kit was some iodine. Got to have the iodine to clean those wounds up. Came with some safety pins. Now I've added a couple of extra ones in there of different sizes. These are two big ones in case you want to put on an ace bandage or something like that. You got something to wrap it in, you got something to secure it. Next big things on the list is, and this actually came from same company, but I bought it separate and put it in there. And that's another thing, a moleskin, because got to hike a long way. For me, I might have to hike through some really rugged areas. Plus, I like to hike in really rugged areas anyway. So moleskin of all different kinds is a very good thing to have. Okay, and like I said, you can pick that up for a couple extra bucks, and it fits right in the back of this bag when it's all packed out. Next thing on the list is all the different size band-aids. Everybody loves the little boo-boos, right? Little boo-boo fixtures. We got the multitude of band-aids it came with. Now I added a couple of extra ones. Different sizes. Also has some waterproof band-aids in here because you might be out in the rain or inclement weather whenever you have to fix something. So I added some waterproof band-aids and ones of different sizes, just for your little cuts and scrapes. Don't want to let anything get infected, especially if you're in a survival situation. So something to think about there. Next, it came with, obviously, some alcohol wipes. Now these are a little bigger than the normal ones that people use most of the time. I went ahead and added some extra ones in there. Got to have your alcohol wipes to clean these scrapes and cuts and whatnot up with. Now, I also added a small package of wet ones, right? Little kind of like a baby wipe. It's an antibacterial hand wipe. Added a couple of those in there in case you got to clean something a little bit bigger, or you just want to clean yourself along the journey. Also with the band-aids, it also came with, and I just forgot to mention these, butterflies in case you got to close up a small wound. Now, next on the list of things it came with was some triple antibiotic ointment. Most people use Neosporin or something like that. It's not really a lot. We want to make sure that we don't get anything in there and we keep other things out. So I added my own thing of Neosporin. Pretty simple. To top that off, I added some liquid bandage. Now, like I said before, some people think, oh my God, this is over the top for such a small bag. It's what I use. It's what I have in there. I have a use for everything. If you have somebody else that's hiking with you that might be a bleeder, that doesn't necessarily respond well to a whole lot of band-aids or whatever, with small cuts and whatnot, this will actually help. And depending on the situation, you might like this better. Me personally, I like the liquid bandage. They also make it in a spray variety, which I keep actually in the bag too, but it's not in this kit because it doesn't fit in there. Now, to top that off, a couple last things I keep in this kit by itself: Sharpie, and that is to complement the tourniquet that I keep in my bag. And if you know anything about tourniquets and you know how to use them, you need a Sharpie to write some stuff. Or if you need to write on a piece of paper an injury or something like that and leave it with the person that is injured, or you just need a Sharpie. All right, it's a good place to put it. I have several in the bag, but I keep one with the medical stuff. Next on the list, I keep some drink mix to add to water. Now, there are many different types. You can get them that are like Gatorade mixes and things like that with electrolytes and stuff, which is recommended if you're out hiking and it's hot and you need something to mix with your water. Right, there you go. There's some drink mix to put in there, kind of pep you up a little bit. Next, we have gloves. I have one pair of nitro gloves that I keep in there. They fit little bitty package. Like I said, all this stuff fits in that package I showed at the beginning of the video. Now, to complement that kit, first aid kit that I keep in the bag, I also have hand sanitizer. A couple other things you're going to want to keep in a small first aid kit, or complement your small first aid kit, is a set of tweezers. And it all depends on what you want to use. Some people use your regular size tweezers, some use the micro tweezers, sliver grippers, or whatever they're called. I have one of those that's on my keychain. Just a standard pair of tweezers. The ones that came, this actually kit came with a little teeny pair of tweezers, and that was the only thing I found in the kit that really wasn't good. They went in the trash because they really didn't do a good job. Other than that, the kit was really well put together as it was, and then I just, like I said, I added some things to it. A couple other things you're going to want with your kit: the headlamp. They already have this. I pulled this right out the bag. All right, and there's things that complement your kit. If you're working at night, obviously you need hands-free so you can fix yourself or somebody else. And if you're working on yourself, your signal mirror. You can use your signal mirror in case you got something in your eye or something on the laceration on your face and you need something to look at to fix it. There you go. You got a mirror. So that about covers it for this little small first aid kit that I carry in my get home bag. Now, depending on what time of year it is, I might add a couple of small little things in there to change it, and a couple of medications that I take personally that are prescribed to me also go in there, but there's no need to show that on the video. So make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Also head over to Spotify and check us out on Spotify, Modern Survivability, and also on Instagram, Modern Survivability 3. Thanks, and have a good day.